What is up, world? Welcome back, Charge the Game podcast. And wow. This Shannon Sharpe situation is getting very, very ugly as the plaintiff has released audio footage. Tony Busby has released a statement, multiple statements, and things aren't looking good for old Shay Shay, Mr. UFC, KFC, OKC, Lakers in 5. His ass is in trouble, man. This thing is looking like it is going to get very ugly. And Shannon Sharpe, man, he may be on the verge of losing it all. So if you guys have not had a chance to go and check out my original video yesterday, I made a video of Shannon Sharpe saying innocent until proven guilty. Of course, we know that's how the American justice system works. And I also said that Shannon Sharpe released a lot of the text messages. In my mind, it looked like some of the dates within those text messages didn't add up because it seems like a very small sample size, which made me say, guys, Shannon Sharpe is telling his side of the story, but there's always three sides of the story. You have Shannon Sharpe's side, you have the accuser, and then you have the ugly truth, which is yet to be determined. The way that Shannon Sharpe just jumped out there and released this provocative text or sext exchange, well, it wasn't even an exchange because you only saw the things that Shannon Sharpe wanted you to see, because he probably knew what was coming down the pipeline. He probably already had some indication that this young lady had more than enough. And not to mention, guys, what was released today is going to completely knock you off your feet. Now, as you guys see here, Shannon Sharpe was nearing a $10 million settlement with the rape accuser before this lawsuit even dropped. This thing goes on to say that Shannon Sharpe was in the midst of a mediation with the woman who accused him of rape when she filed the civil lawsuit against him without warning. According to his lawyer, in a virtual press conference addressing the matter Tuesday, Davis said his client was willing to pay the plaintiff at least $10 million in a settlement for her silence. It was a big surprise to us a few days ago when this case was filed. Davis also says Sharpe's accuser took advantage of his very lucrative contract for his Club Shay Shay podcast that was recently reported. Now, this is where things, in my opinion, are a little suspect, because Shannon Sharpe refused to mention any of this in his previous statements proposed yesterday, right? We had no idea that Shannon Sharpe was trying to give this young lady hush money. And anytime you're trying to give somebody hush money, there's a little bit of truth or maybe a little bit of shame that you probably don't want the media or the public opinion on or to have, right? Shannon Sharpe, who goes, out of his way to, put up an image of him being a person that does not get involved in scandals like this, when we already know that there is another allegation already floating out there, Shannon Sharpe allegedly owing another woman $14 million, or so proposed $14 million. You guys can look up that lawsuit, and that lady name is Michelle. I don't know if that's the lady in the video or just another Michelle coincidentally, but the truth of the matter is that Shannon Sharpe's behavior, man, like, these things just seem to keep following him. And when I was yesterday, when I realized today, that she turned down $10 million, that's why Tony Busby is so arrogant and confident that there is more to come. And it looks like they both pulled moves today that would make the public either confused or have to choose a side. So the first clip we're going to play is the accuser actually releasing audio footage of Shannon Sharpe threatening her. You can take your own opinion on this. It seems a bit iffy, if I must admit, but let's listen, guys. Check it out.
Anything I say, you're just gonna get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. You're going to do it.
What does that even mean?
I'm gonna say yeah. You want to be a dick to me now, so
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
I don't know that person. If you said that one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you.
Now that right there, guys, whether they had a kinky situation or not, or if this was the way that they had intercourse or whatever, we know that seemingly they are into putting dog collars on each other and choking each other while they're in these type of moments. But, that right there can go in her favor I mean, and it's nothing that Shannon Sharpe can say in his defense. And also, you would think a guy like Shannon Sharpe would be smarter than this. I mean, to have someone on the other line recording you, it does seem like a bit of a setup. It does seem like maybe this was behavior that Shannon Sharpe exuded a lot, and she wanted to catch this on tape and just have the evidence. And it seems, guys, it seems to me that she set either a trap, right? And Shannon Sharpe walked right in, or Shannon Sharpe was really doing things that made this young lady be in fear of her life being in jeopardy. You guys let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let's keep playing it.
I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
What? What?
I don't think you have a choice about it.
I want you guys to pay attention to the pause that was there in the end. And she was like, well, I don't want to be choked. He goes, yes, you do. You have no choice. I mean, this lets me know that they had a very sexual, definitely consensual relationship for the most part. And maybe she's using this audio as a weapon at this point to weaponize against, Mr. Shannon Sharpe here. But something definitely seems off in this situation. The fact that Shannon Sharpe is pausing this long, it sounds like Shannon Sharpe was just in love or whipped. That's what it sounds like to me. He seems very controlling, and it seems like she obviously liked it if you're going to keep coming back. But let's get into what Shannon Sharpe actually had to say in response to this. Now, guys, this is Shannon Sharpe taken to his Instagram account, I believe, to kind of explain what's going on in this situation. And to me, it sounds like Shannon Sharpe is a bit guilty. It sounds like he knows that there is about to be mass destruction from this accuser, and that, this could very much be possibly the end of Shannon Sharpe. And I want you guys to take a look at this clip, and you guys tell me what y'all think.
I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out.
Real quick, guys, I have to ask this. How does Shannon Sharpe one day say that there is no video, and then today he says that there should be at least a 10-minute video? How does Shannon Sharpe know that this video is 10 minutes? Is this something you watched? Is this something that was sent to you? How does Shannon Sharpe know this? Right? And we also know that Shannon Sharpe said that this video was heavily edited, is what his representation said. How do you edit a video to make it look like the R word? Now, supposedly this was anal penetration. So how can you edit a video to make it look like it wasn't what it was?
Or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
Man, I don't know, Shannon Sharpe. I don't know, brother. It's just a lot of things that Shannon Sharpe spoke of yesterday. It seems like today his whole energy is being shifted. It seems like he's just on the forefront trying to put out these massive fires before they continue to spread. And I noticed, guys, that Shannon Sharpe brought up Tony Busby, going after black men. We know that he dealt with the whole Deshaun Watson situation. But you guys notice he only tied himself to Jay-Z. He didn't tie himself to P. Diddy. He didn't tie himself to any other black man that are, facing true allegations that have dealings with Tony Busby. He only wanted to associate himself with, in my opinion, Jay-Z, who is obviously, guys, not in a predicament, but is accused of certain allegations that he has not been proven guilty on, right? So that's one thing, right? And I'm letting you guys know what I'm catching here with Shannon Sharpe. It's just very, very, very suspicious, man. Very suspicious. And what do I think? I think that Shannon Sharpe was completely caught off guard that this young lady refused $10 million, because it's just like what the insurance does when they know an 18-wheeler hit you. Yeah, you can get a $500,000 settlement now, or you can go and get $15 million if you wait it out. And this is what this situation seems like to me. And you guys see here, right here in the comment section, where the fans, seem to be a bit, conflicted, right? For the first time, I'm believing the accused. Stay strong on. And what's worse, guys, is TMZ getting a hold of anything dealing with your personal. Because once TMZ releases these things, guys, they're coming from credible sources, man. This is not a good look. The fact that you tried to offer a $10 million, Shannon Sharpe, is not a good look. I'm sorry. If I'm innocent, I ain't offering you a damn thing. Exactly. That's my thought. Right? Seeing that coming. Me too. Why would you be offering a settlement if you didn't do it? Keep fighting for yourself. I believe a lot of them pay so the story can die down. Where are the criminal charges? Where are the police reports? Haven't these men learned from Jonathan Mayers? And guys, it goes on and on, but let's get into what Mr. Busby released. Now, guys, Tony Busby takes to his account, and he's pretty much echoing the same things that I'm saying. On the one hand, Mr. Sharpe and his lawyers claim that this case filed by Jane Doe is meritless. Yet, on the other hand, they now have disclosed that Mr. Sharpe offered Jane Doe $10 million in writing not to file her lawsuit. This is how you know that this young lady has plenty of evidence, guys. I mean, $10 million ain't nothing to sneeze at in this economy, guys. And she turned that shit down. She wants the real deal. That is a true statement. Jane Doe was in fact offered $10 million to settle, but rejected that offer, choosing instead to proceed with litigation. Sharpe's team is now trying to discredit and dox her. Sharpe and his team are now, as anticipated, also attacking me. We are not going to be deterred by these tactics. You guys know what this means. Take that shit to trial. Because Tony Busby is going to see this through. And I told y'all this yesterday in my video. I said anytime Tony Busby gets behind these accusers or plaintiffs that have experienced these type of allegations, he gets his payday one way or another. And this is what's going to put even more chills in the bones of Shannon Sharpe. He knows this. I told y'all yesterday, man, something was not right about that story that Shannon Sharpe put out. Shannon Sharpe is the same guy who went out of his way to prove that he wasn't gay, wink, gay, right? Because he went and leaked a live video of him and this Michelle going at it on Instagram. And I'm going to tell you guys, it's weird. I never see the women, how they look. What are these women? Are they really women? Are they whatever, right? But I know if a guy is that desperate to leak a video to prove that he's, a straight guy, then I know that a guy's going to go to the extreme measures to always cover himself up. And what Shannon Sharpe has been caught doing is trying to sweep his dirty laundry under the rug with $10 million. And this does not look good. Shannon Sharpe, man, I think that he did himself a disservice yesterday with those texts that we didn't see were delivered. We didn't see really the times. We don't know where those texts came from because we didn't see the other end of those texts. But what do you guys see? You see everybody online automatically saying that this person's lying, that person lying. We don't know the proof. That's why I kept telling you guys, regardless of how I feel, right, and what I feel like is the truth or not, I'm going to always say innocent until proven guilty because that's just the truth. We don't know. It could sound like Shannon Sharpe is telling the complete truth and this woman is lying, or it could be vice versa. That's why we have to be careful and wait till more and more evidence drops. like now. As you guys see here, this is the next slide from Mr. Busby, where it says, prior to engaging in the mediation process, Mr. Sharpe's counsel insisted on Jane Doe signing a confidentiality agreement. Mr. Sharpe's attorney has now breached that agreement, while at the same time deliberately revealing Jane Doe's name, which he just did by mentioning her full name and her OnlyFans name, right? He revealed her name, phone number, and private messages that again predate the alleged rape. See, that's even more evidence there, guys. Predate the alleged rape, which I told you guys while I was looking at it yesterday. I saw stuff from 2023, 2024. It just looks like a bunch of stuff to distract people. And I said that, right? It just seemed odd. And right here, you see where Mr. Busby is saying, no, like you were literally revealing stuff that existed prior to the alleged rape date, right? Goes on to say that was a grievous error on Sharpe's part, because now all the things discussed and revealed in that meditative process will at some point be revealed. As set forth in a filed lawsuit, Mr. Sharpe's conduct throughout the 2-year relationship reveals a pattern of narcissism, manipulation, and coercive control. It grew progressively worse. And based off the audio, we know that it was worse, right? Sharpe's new lawyer claims in his statement that the evidence paints a clear picture. He's right about that. It's just not the picture he wants the public to see. Although we will save the video discussed by Sharpe's lawyers for the courtroom, I would suggest that Mr. Sharpe's new lawyer take a moment to listen to his client at a different time on audio and ask his client for the real story, the truth. See, this right here lets me know that whatever this young lady is possessing, Tony Busby is confident that Shannon Sharpe is going down. I'm telling you guys, in the attached audio, which was captured near the end of their relationship, Mr. Sharpe threatens to choke the shit out of Jane Doe. The content of his clip are certainly not sexual. They are not playful. They are instead disturbing, aggressive, and dangerous. This audio points a very clear picture of how Sharpe treated Jane Doe, leading her to escape from him by leaving Nevada and blocking all contacts with him. This is not the first time Mr. Sharpe has faced allegations of mistreating a woman. He was also sued in New York, and this is the one I was telling you guys about. Alleged aggressive and inappropriate behavior detailed extensively in that lawsuit. Again, guys, this is the lawsuit that is worth, I believe, $14 million that they're trying to settle for. Shannon Sharpe knows that this video is going to be the final blow, I believe. That's just what I think. You know, I think that ESPN, they're going to have to make a decision on Brother Sharpe, especially because of his history, especially because of how he opens himself up on his Nightcap podcast. You got to be careful when you're trying to be cool out here. I think that Shannon Sharpe was trying to do too much. I think that he has been doing too much. It's like you're trying to fit in with the young folks with Chad Ochocinco, and you go out here and talk about this. I get it. You got your hand in multiple podcasts. You got the First Take deal. Everything is going in Shannon Sharpe's favor. He set up a generational wealth, $100 million contract going down the line for him to be able to, walk into that generational wealth. And something like this happens and just knocks you off your A game. There's going to be a lot of this, guys. This may be one of the ugliest, guys, I'm serious, downfalls we've seen in a while. This is Epstein-ish, if you guys, followed that story, or if you guys have any, remembrance of how, all of that went down. It's not looking good for Shannon Sharpe. I think that he made a grievous mistake by trying to jump out there and desperately put out that fire, and it only angered the other side with the accuser and the evidence. And then for her to be labeled as Jane Doe, you go out here and express and expose her real name. Shannon Sharpe seems to be acting a lot out of emotion by trying to protect his public image, when he should have did what Skip Bayless did. Skip Bayless literally went on his podcast, literally was going on other podcasts, acting like nothing happened, because, your representation will tell you to be quiet. But Shannon Sharpe seems to not want to be quiet because, in my opinion, guys, seems like there may be a little truth and validity into what this accuser is saying. You guys let me know. Y'all let me know what y'all think, as this does not look good for Shannon Sharpe. Drop those comments in the comment section, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, we will be following this story for a while, so make sure you guys subscribe, like, share, and hit that notification bell for more future content. And we will see you guys in the next one. Innocent until proven guilty. Peace.